We've been lied to. For the last 5 years or so, we've been told that smart locks were about convenience, but they aren't. If you think about it, we really just traded our physical keys for apps, keypads, and fingerprint sensors, but we didn't actually solve the problem. You still have to stop, you still have to wait, and you still have to authenticate. In a lot of ways, your current smart lock is actually slower than the dumb one you replaced. But what you just saw changes the physics of entering your home. That was the new Aqara U400. It didn't wait for me to touch it. It didn't wait for me to open an app. It knew I was there before you did. So today, we're gonna find out if the dream of the invisible lock is finally real, or if this new tech is really just a neat way to accidentally leave your home unlocked. Let's give her. This is Aqara's newest flagship smart lock, and underneath this sleek exterior, it is running Matter over Thread. That means native support for Apple Home, Google Home, Amazon Home Assistant, basically everything, as long as you have a Thread border router in your home. Now the good news is you probably already own one. We put a list on screen right now so you can check that. What if that connection ever fails? Nothing wireless is ever foolproof. So the good news is the U400 falls back on Bluetooth, so your Aqara app always works. And for actually getting in your home, they have thrown the kitchen sink at this thing. Fingerprint reader, hidden passcode pad, physical keys, NFC tags, and much more. You're never getting locked out. Your passcodes can even be hidden behind a long set of numbers, and the pin pad doesn't seem to be keeping any fingerprints on it from me. So this is really well designed. The lock is also built for the outdoors. It has an IP67 rating, and it, of course, has been certified for BHMA level 3. That's not the top level. Level 3 is behind 1 and 2, and those levels are more for commercial or really high-end real estate. So the U400 is meeting the residential standard. If you don't like that level, you can actually rekey this lock. I will tell you, we recently had a really nasty cold snap here. It hit -30 Celsius a number of days in a row.
It's frickin' freezing in here, Mr. Bigglesworth.
And everything with the U400 continued to work. And while I can't guarantee that it'll work that way for you, I was very impressed because that is a little past its temperature rating. Now the management of the U400 in the Aqara app is very easy, and you can add in all the different ways that you'd like to get into your home. Lots of the ways can be done with permanent or temporary or even one-time setups. And there's lots of features that make the lock either more convenient or more secure, depending on what you need. The management of this lock in other apps is usually fairly simplistic. So far, I've only seen Apple HomeKit with a wider range of management options, and that's actually just based on that one magic feature that you'll see in a bit. Overall, this is an incredible smart lock, and it's because Aqara has been making smart locks for years. But to understand why this specific one is a big deal, we have to look at the old king, the U100. This specific U100 was on my door before the U400. It was highly rated, budget friendly, and let's be honest, not the best looking lock. Not to slam it, because I love it, but it has this bulky industrial warehouse kind of vibe. It worked, and you know, a lot of the things I just said about the U400 are positive points of the U100. It really hits a great spot for price point versus features, but it doesn't exactly scream luxury home, does it? The U400 though, this is the first time I've had true spousal approval on a smart lock. And I don't want to sound like I'm in love with a piece of metal, but look at the curves.
That fry's a sicko point, I tell you. Dating a robot, it's an atrocity.
And it's a subtle smart lock. It disappears into the background until you need it, and the materials feel premium. That premium feel comes with a bit of a controversial trade-off though. Most smart locks, including the U100, use AA batteries. If they die, you swap them in 10 seconds. Aqara went a different route. The U400 uses a proprietary USB-C rechargeable block. They claim it'll last 6 months per charge, and so far, it is super efficient. I think I'll get much more than 6 months on my first first run through. But when this dies, you can't just swap in AA's. You have to plug it in, and it takes 6 to 8 hours to charge. Now, the neat thing that Aqara has done here is that they've allowed you to plug it in while it's operating, so you can get a little battery pack, plug it into the USB-C port on the bottom of your lock inside of your home. And in the end, I actually think this means the recharging part is better than the AA's in the U100. You can do this anytime. We have to be mindful of the fact that a lithium battery can degrade over time. Over the next 3 to 5 years, you could be forced to buy a very specific replacement. Personally, I'm okay with this because Aqara has been around long enough to feel like I'm gonna be able to get that battery in 5 years. Now, the battery does have a pretty big benefit to it. Maybe the battery is worth it for that. If you have a sleeping baby or a big old dog,
Peekaboo! I blew up the baby!
The U100 could disrupt your night. By comparison, the U400 is a ghost, just less creepy. This incredible sound improvement comes from the strength of that battery, which is allowing Aqara to use a higher torque and a lower RPM motor. It's stronger, and it's not just using speed to try and get the deadbolt to close. These are deep details, but it's one of the reasons that that battery pack actually makes a lot of sense. You couldn't get this from AA's, and I think it's why Aqara moved in this direction. And there's one other big difference for me when I compare the U400 to the U100. A lot of smart locks use a separate door sensor, or they try to use magnetics or some other trick to determine if the door is physically open or closed. Frankly, it doesn't work a lot of the time, or it makes it a little ugly. The U400 uses a gyroscope, and it has been perfect so far. I'm not getting any warnings about the door still being open when it's not. Finally, let's talk install. Unlike the U200 or other locks that just clip onto your existing deadbolt, the U400 is a full deadbolt replacement. It's a 10 to 15 minute job, and you are replacing the internal deadbolt mechanism, which it makes it more secure and integrated, but yes, it means you're getting a new physical key. Aqara gives you everything in this box, including those new keys. And if you've installed a U100 before, it's almost the exact same process. It's polished, it's easy, and the guidance in the app is solid. Now, before you buy, just check that your door fits their specifications, and you will have little to no issues. The reason you are watching this video is for the feature that changes everything, which is UWB. Now let me show you if this is the magic you've been waiting for. Auto unlock features haven't exactly been great for a lot of people. Many existing smart locks are trying to use a combo of Bluetooth and/or geofencing. The problem with that is twofold. You end up standing at the door looking a bit silly, or worse, it unlocks when you're just parking your car. Personally, I've even had issues where that geofencing kicks in after I've been in the home for some time, so it can be downright dangerous. The U400 is very different. It uses UWB, or ultra wideband. Think of Bluetooth like a bubble around your smart lock. Your smart lock will know you're within it, but it takes some time, and there's no understanding of where you are inside of that bubble. UWB uses what's called time of flight technology. Think of it like radar. It's so precise, it knows where you are within inches, and it can even determine the angle you're approaching from. So it knows if you're outside on the porch or safe inside on the couch. This means you'll find settings that take advantage of this. And so far, I've found it inside of Apple Home and Aqara's app, but it lets you state what direction you will approach the door from in order to have it automatically unlock. To use this with Apple HomeKit, for example, you will have to make sure that Express mode is on. This shows up during the setup when you're bringing it into Apple HomeKit. Or if you need to enable it because you already made this mistake, you need to go into your Apple Wallet, find your home key, tap the eye, and make sure Express mode is on. If this is off, the magic doesn't work. Now, let's try to break it. Test 1. the grocery run. I'm not slowing down, I'm not touching my phone, and I ran this test about 10 times in a row. Sometimes it was magical, and by the time my hand touched the door, it was already open. But most of the time, I have to stand there for about 1 to 2 seconds. Test 2, the sprint. Let's go.
That was pretty fast.
Can the U400 wake up fast enough? Well, this test was absolutely wild because it seemed like the faster I moved towards the lock, the better it responded. And almost every time, it actually beat my incredible Usain Bolt-like speed.
He's a freak. He's the fastest kid alive.
But here's a big fear for a lot of people. What if I walk past the door inside? Will it unlock and let a stranger in? Or what about even holding the phone up to the lock inside? This is where that time of flight tech matters. It knows there's a door between us. It knows I'm inside and it refuses to unlock. This is the difference between a toy and a security device. All of this looks fantastic. However, there's a big star here. Actually, 2 of them. Anyone who's saying this works every time perfectly and that they never have to touch their door handle or wait for the UWB to unlock their door is straight up lying to you. There were times when my phone didn't unlock the door and I did have to dig it out. Those times were extremely rare, and the average is about 1 to 2 seconds of waiting for the UWB to pick up the phone and unlock the door. That is pretty magical, and obviously the running test was extremely magical. But the second star is more important, and that's because your mileage may vary. The reason for that is the specific ultra-wideband chip that sits in your phone. I went out and bought a brand new iPhone for this review. It's an iPhone 17. And, you know, I also bought it because it's fun to have a new phone. The older phones have a Generation 1 ultra-wideband chip in it. In comparison, these newer iPhones have a Gen 2 ultra-wideband chip, and it provides a massive boost to the range of this technology. Now, when I tested this with an older phone, either an iPhone 11 here or an iPhone 13, I basically had to pull my phone out every time and scan it at the door. So it was a lot like Apple HomeKey on my other locks. In fact, I struggled to find a difference. And that doesn't mean it won't work for you, but because of the shorter range on that Gen 1 chip, it's not quite the same magical feeling. And if you are part of about, well, half the world's population and you have an Android phone, you're probably feeling left out in this review. But I'm gonna refer you to an old ad. Remember when everyone told you this? They said Droid does. Droid does not. Ultra-wideband does not yet exist on Android. The lock will ignore you if you're using a brand new Samsung or a brand new Pixel. You'll have to use one of the other methods. So why would you pay the premium price if you're gonna use Android phones? Aqara says the solution is coming. And they're right. The solution is called Aliro. This is the new universal standard backed by Apple, Google, and Samsung, and it's supposed to fix this mess. Yes, it's another standard coming to smart homes. Aliro is the digital key standard, so people with Apple HomeKey don't get to lord it over you forever. The bad news is the big 2 Android makers, Samsung and Google, are behind.
Who could have seen this coming?
Samsung Wallet support is supposed to be coming out in Q1 of 2026, so Samsung users should get the magic unlock around March. If you're a Google Pixel user, like me, to say the timeline is vague is an understatement. In fact, there is no timeline. It's almost like these are not the droids you're looking for.
These aren't the droids we're looking for.
In the end, what this means is that you need to remember the golden rule of smart homes. Never buy a product on a promise. So if you are an Android household, understand that the magic unlock should come, but it's probably best to wait until that firmware is dropped into your phone. To help with that, I'll put out a community post about this when the future starts dropping onto Droid, so make sure you're subscribed. Is the U400 the best smart lock ever made? If you use Apple Home with a newer iPhone, yeah, this is awesome. The UWB unlock on approach is the feature that finally makes a smart lock feel smart. It removes the friction, it passes that spousal approval test, and it is the best native lock for Apple users, period. If you use Apple Home with a bit of an older iPhone, it's not perfect. You'll probably want to upgrade your phone like I did. Apple's happy about that. Now, if you use Android, you just gotta wait. Right now, you'd be paying for a premium feature that you can't quite use. And I don't know the exact set of phones that are going to end up with this. If you want to manage this through other apps, Homey, Home Assistant, Amazon, Google, Samsung, whatever, it's great. It's mostly just basic lock and unlock features that you get in those other apps, but it's very responsive because of Matter over Thread and because of the great work that Aqara has done over the years to improve this experience with their basic integrations and with their smart locks in general, and then they're one of the companies on the forefront of Matter development. There's not a huge upgrade here over past experiences with Aqara specifically, but it is more responsive, and I love that fact. If you want to manage this through Aqara's app, it is as good as it's ever been. In fact, it feels faster, more responsive to me in every way. It is really nice to be able to automatically unlock the U400 with automations inside of the Aqara app. And there's a video I've linked down below where I used one of Aqara's video doorbells to do just this. The door lock recognizes me, and I gotta say, it's another really convenient way to open up your home. So yes, in my eyes, this is the top of the smart lock experience at this point in 2026. It's the best looking lock I've had on my home, and it's the best performing one. So check out the links down below to pick up a U400. Now, in fact, I had put this lock in one of our other videos where I was showing you the very best smart home products coming in 2026. That video's up on screen right there, and it's gonna show you some incredible smart tech. And in fact, 2026 is one of the best years ever for this type of gear. Thanks for watching today, and of course, live smart so you don't get locked out.